So we're back on an episode of Full-Time Creator Reacts, and this episode we're going to be grilling creators again, talking about creative stuff on TikTok. So let's get straight into it. Hey creators, Aimon here. This is where I help you unlock your dream creative life. Let's get into it.
You don't have to be rich to become a full-time content creator. Now look, most of us are really drawn to creators that live amazing lifestyles. They drive the fastest.
Orange and teal light much? Jesus.
The best tech and the best gear. And that's because we aspire to those things as well.
Like the music.
We want to drive those cars. We want to have that tech.
Do we?
Want to test that tech. And the reality is that when you're first starting out, it's really hard to justify spending money on these super expensive
Get to the point, bro.
You can afford it or not in order to just get some views on social media. But it's not impossible, because the truth is when most content creators start, we actually have nothing. We don't even know what the potential is of our earnings and how much money we can make to eventually acquire these things and then show them to you guys, the audience. Now, look, I'm not saying that I've made it by any sense, because I definitely haven't. I'm definitely
He's taking his time, isn't he? Saying a lot without saying anything.
I'm only like 2 years in, but I've definitely come a long way. And what I can say is that if you're just starting out, the main thing you want to focus on is storytelling and figuring out how to make every single video better. When I first started, all I had was a DJI Mini. Now, this is the Mini 3 Pro, so it's not that same.
All right, like pretty boring content if I'm going to rip apart the content. Like he's just like, that's a minute 14 we watch. I'm sorry you had to get put through that, right? Didn't really say anything of value, but I think what he's trying to say is that just start with nothing, you know, and just create like, 1,000 videos and just shut up the voice in your head. Just create, because otherwise you're not going to get good at it. You're just going to think you want to do it, and that's a great point. But honestly, the orange and teal light, it's putting me off so hard. It's so intense. Like, relax, bro. Like, your skin does not look that color. It looks that color because of the light. You know what I'm saying, fam? You're not orange, bro. But anyway, that's just my opinion. Okay, can be a bit brutal sometimes. But yeah, no, he is right in that you don't have to want to be a content creator to like ball out. I'm doing good, but like I don't want to be balling out. That's dumb. Like, that's a stupid goal. Materialism is not the play here. We're creative people. We want to express our emotions through creativity. So it's like, if you're in content to get a Lambo, you're in the wrong industry. You got to be selling crypto courses, my dude. No, I'm joking. That's all right. Let's get into the first one's not. That's not it.
So here's why I'm so passionate about what I'm doing and why I think it's a little bit revolutionary in the space. I think a lot of people right now are over the influencer lifestyle of how do I appear to the public and what do people care about, how many followers I have. I think a lot of people are over that. But I also think at the same time, so many people are super interested with creating content as a job, and having that be the way that you make income is by making photos and videos. There is a way to do both, where you can be the content creator for a company, but you don't have to post anything on your own account. You don't even have to be an influencer yourself. You just have to be able to create content for that company.
Okay, so this is perfect. This is spot on. This is the source that we're getting to, you guys. Like, so my role, right? I run a media company, but it's not my company. I have a stake in it, but it's like I run it for somebody else. And I love it so much because I'm separated from it. So, during the week, during my work days, like I crush it. I crush out content, do pieces to camera, make a bunch of real estate videos, all that jazz. It's amazing, right? Then I get home and I don't have to make content for a living. I'm not relying on me for an income. I do YouTube, I make music. I've got two music projects. I've got a lot of creative friends. I gym, like I've got free time, and I don't care what happens with all of that. I'm just vibing out here, having fun, And same with music, like, so yeah, you can totally do this. And a lot of people don't consider this at all. They just think they need to make it by themselves, and they crush themselves doing it. So if you're in this boat, bruh, maybe have a think about it, because yeah, you can totally, and the thing is, you kind of have to sculpt this role. A lot of people, like, they don't think that they want this role. Like, they're not gunning to find somebody to fill this role for them. You kind of just have to make them realize this is what they need and become that person that's like invaluable to them. So yeah, that's a great piece of advice, that one.
I was really trying to unpack, well, why does lo-fi work so good? I think one word, authenticity. Authenticity is being genuine and true to oneself, both in one's...
Yeah, thanks, bro. We don't even know what authenticity or the definition of that is. Like, got a dictionary for it. But yeah, like, I see what it's saying. And as a creative, obviously I'm shooting this on a decent camera. Like, for the whole TikTok generation, I can agree with that. Like, the whole lo-fi content, like not high fidelity content. always pops off more than my like curated stuff on TikTok, that platform particularly, right? But I think there's still a space for high quality content, and there will always be a space for high quality content, and there will always be an audience for it. It just may not be the majority of the audience, because it feels like you're hanging out with your friends on TikTok when you see something like this. I know for a fact this guy, sold Culture Kings, which is a huge company in Australia, and now he's just doing content creation like this, piece to camera, right? And yeah, it does come across authentic. We'll see what else he has to say. But
external actions meaning internal feelings. Now, I think what we've got is we've all developed such a crazy bullshit meter from social media and all the smoke and mirrors that's occurred. But this is why the lo-fi works, because it cuts through. The second we see that super pro polished content, we immediately swipe up. We believe it's fake. It's Fugazi.
Fugazi, you say? Right. That is a good point for sure. Like I've noticed that even my content consumption habits, like, you're a little bit sus on it because we're so used to being advertised to and like having that drilled into our brain. So that is a good point actually. But yeah, as I said, like maybe I'm just latching onto it. Maybe my ego just wants to believe that creating high quality content. Obviously, there's different platforms for it, like YouTube, right? But yeah, for TikTok and stuff, it's definitely seems to be the play. But don't let that deter you from trying to create high quality content if that's what you want to create. Because you can make really curated high quality content for TikTok and have it still really find an audience. It doesn't have to be this lo-fi, just piece to camera nonsense. But anyway, he makes some points. See what this guy has to say.
Hey, you have to promote that thing that you're proud of, or else no one will ever find it or hear about it. This isn't Field of Dreams. You got to tell people about the thing that you've been working on that you're really proud of. Like for me, it's my podcast, Too Many Tabs. It's on every podcasting app.
Straight up, he just goes into that's a smart way to just promote your stuff. But yeah, I feel personally attacked, right? Because there's a lot of me that says like, yeah, I make music and all I care about is just making music, and I don't care about promoting. I don't care if nothing happens. But that's the part of me that knows how much insane amount of effort it's going to take to really make it in music by creating a bunch of content, right? Also, I can be lazy when it comes to that because I'm just happy making music. Like I am happy doing that. Okay, I'm not trying to convince anybody, but he's right though. You have to be absolutely relentless if you really want people to know about your thing, because you're just putting it out into the ether. People aren't just gonna be like, I'm gonna go looking for content today and find your content. Even if they sift through a million pieces of content, they might not find yours. So he's right. You probably need to post more content than you are posting if you're a content kind of person. All right?
Why does no one talk about how hard it is to make it in the creative industry?
I love that.
One of the hardest things I found when starting out was building a client base. I'm really good at shooting the video side of stuff, but the business side is always where I've lacked. I don't have a degree in business or anything. You kind of just have to learn as you go along. If I was just coming out of high school now or wanting to pursue a career in the creative industry, I would have no idea where to start. I've been in the creative industry for over 8 years now. But for anyone starting their creative journey, it's so hard to even get your foot in the door. My 2 cents would be to just get out and do as much photography and film as possible. Paid, unpaid, it really doesn't matter. Build up a portfolio, figure out what you enjoy, and the money and clients will follow. If you do have any questions.
Yeah, like some good points in there. Like, again, same as at the start, like just absolutely crush out content, for yourself, for other people, for collaborate with local artists, like do the free videos for businesses in your local area, like everything you can if you're at that stage in your journey. But also, if you're motivated to run a creative business, like you either need to find somebody that has a real business mind, or you need to adapt and grow a business mind yourself. And that comes with a lot of, honestly, just find really good business books, learn them, study them, take notes, listen to them again. Take notes again. And there's only you only need to find 5. I've listened to maybe 20, and a lot of them, they're all saying the same thing. So, find quite a few and tear into them, because otherwise you'll just be lost. You'll be really good at the thing, but you won't actually, be able to fulfill the creative work, because you won't have clients paying you money, right? So yeah, make some good points, but also study business aggressively and relentlessly if you really want a successful creative business. You can be a freelancer and have your work speak for itself and have people pay for your work, but you definitely need to study business as well. So anyway, thanks for watching this episode. I'll see you in the next one.